Hi everyone, welcome in. This is Flosstube 30, and it's Monday, February 17th, 2025. My name's Andy. I go by the Crow Stitcher here on YouTube and Twitch. Um, Lots of people call me just Crow, so um, you can feel free to do that, or Andy. Um, Welcome in, everyone. I'm really excited to show you this week's stuff, and was really excited for especially one of the pieces that was uh, chosen by the wheel for the honorable mention. So we'll get to that. Um, Welcome in to anyone who's new or returning. I really appreciate y'all. I've had a number of new subscribers this past week, so welcome to all of you. And I hope you stick around. Yeah. So, announcements. I have two announcements. The first one is that I'm planning a ask me anything Stitch with Me. This will be in addition to my regular weekly Stitch with Me's. So there is a post in the post tab where I just kind of briefly explain, and then people can ask their questions. I think I have 3 people comment so far with multiple questions, so you don't have to ask just one question, whatever you want to ask. But also you can, so if you have something that you want to ask, you can go over there and do it, or just comment on this video with your question. Let me know that it is for the AMA, because I don't want to answer it if it's for the AMA video. So it can be anything. It does not have to be stitching related. Anything that you want to ask me, you can ask. I do reserve the right to not answer a question if I feel it jeopardizes the safety of my family. So I will not be answering any personal questions about child or DAR. Just flat out. So if you do ask me something like that, um, it will not be answered. But anything else that you want to ask me, most everything I think so far has been stitching related, but like I said, it does not have to be stitching related. Excuse me. So feel free to ask over on the posts tab, or comment down below on the video on this floss tube, but do let me know that it's for the AMA. Along those lines, over on the post tab as well, there's another poll for this week's Stitch with Me. So I think last time I checked, I'm not going to look it up. Last time I checked, I think Green Elven Door was ahead by a little bit. But there's 4 options, so go ahead and vote in the poll if you haven't already. Choose whichever piece you want to see me work on during the Stitch with Me. Voting closes tomorrow, Tuesday, the 18th, and I film on the Wednesday. So, then my next announcement, so that was kind of 2.5, or 1.5. My next announcement is that next month is my birthday month, and I will be hosting our community craft along for the month. There's a group of us that rotate, and through the year, each month, a different one of us takes over and has a craft along for the month. Most of it is stitching, but it doesn't have to be. It can be art or crochet or knitting or whatever you'd want to do. But most people do cross stitch. Dace has it this month. It's finish the fucking thing February, which I'm very excited for. And I've already finished one thing, Taco Time, and I have 2 more things that, fingers crossed, will be finished this month. So he's hosting it this month. And normally I don't announce this early. However, I am going to do it this time because my theme for next month might take a little bit of preparation. not everyone might have something on the go to fit this theme. So, if you want to participate in next month's Stitch Along, my theme for my birthday month, which should come as no surprise to any of you, is Murder March. Uh, I make murder mystery themed candles. That's my business, my small business. Um, and I really am into like murder mysteries, cozy mysteries, like real mysteries. So I don't think I have her on here. She's on my laptop. I do have a start planned. Um, but it's Murder March. So you can interpret murder however you want. It can be crows. It can be ravens, even though a group of ravens is not a murder, but that's a different discussion. It can be something that might include a weapon, right? A sword or a knife or poison or whatever. It can have something that is like a figure who was a murderer, or so for example, I'm doing Elizabeth Bathory. Um, let me bring it up. It's on my it's on my laptop, so I can insert a picture, but I just want to get the um, story for you, or the not the story, the designer, because I don't remember the designer off the top of my head. Little Stitcher Shop. So she was known as the Bloody Countess, Elizabeth Bathory. So I will insert a picture so you can see what it is. So, you know, anything that might have a figure, like either historical or fictional or whatever, um, who is known for murders or killings. Uh, any other way you might want to interpret that and get that into your piece. You can add something if you would like, or if you have a piece that is fits that category, or something that you might want to start or get. That's why I'm kind of giving a little extra time, because I know not everyone might have patterns on hand like I do. um, so yeah, Murder March. It doesn't have to be big. It can be whatever. Yeah. So if you, and obviously it's not right. You don't have to join. If you want to join, feel free. So get creative, and let's see what y'all come up with. Okay. So those are my announcements. First up is clue stitching, and I last week shared that I finally finished the clue stitching for the first round of Clue, which was all on It's Only Forever. This week I finally got to stitch on something else. I pulled Professor Plum with the knife in Cheese Delivery, and none of that was correct, but I had to do 750 stitches on Cheese Delivery, and this is a piece. Artwork is by Chris Dunn. It's charted by Pain Free Crafts. I'm doing it 1/1 full cross on 22 count. And I now have 3,093 stitches out of 123,200, and I'm at 2.51%. So I needed to do 750 stitches for clue, which I did. So this is what it looks like. And I love it. Oh, this is for child. He loves cheese, and this is just so adorable. I will have put a picture up somewhere. Um, so I am doing it in the diagonals. So I filled in the parked threads for up this half of the diagonal, and then filled it in completely. So that's where I got to. So I did this part of the diagonal. I did need to grid some. I was having trouble. So this is so fun. This is cheese coming up on the shelf on the top on the left side. And then the big light hanging from the ceiling comes in like right here. So we're almost at that. He doesn't know I'm making this either, so it's going to be a surprise eventually. This is a priority parade piece, so this is one of the legacy pieces that I want to finish first. So, there's that. Okay, now we are on to the top 3 that got the most stitches in this past week. Coming in at number 3, scrolling down to the bottom, is Dragons of the Sabbath, and this is artwork by Ann Stokes, charted by many people that you might have seen do it are doing the pain-free crafts version. I went into why I actually got this and decided to stitch it in my previous Flosstube, so I'm not going to go over that again. But this one is one of them that's charted by Hade. And I got the version with the words on it that actually has this. We're nowhere near that, but I got more stitch. It's just all black. I'm doing this 2/1 half cross on 28 count. So it's just black. I just worked more on. Did I finish the? I think I just worked on this diagonal here because I think I had it evened out previously. So I do 20 stitch wide diagonals. So I did all of that. Also my needle minder from Mad for Minders. If you know, you know. And it's amazing. And I love it. And I don't know why I keep showing you black, but it's just black. 310. So that came in at number 3. Number 2 was a bit of a surprise. This is one that I got out for, and I'm not going to put in a picture because A, I don't have one, but B, it's basically done, so you don't really need a picture. This is one that I got out for Dace's Finish the Fucking Thing February. And this is the Chalma La Falcha kit by someone. I don't even have the cover photo anymore. This the design is by Joan Elliott, and it's the kit's by Design Works. And I don't remember when I bought this. I'm gonna say probably about 20 years ago, because I got this. We went to Ireland, and I think I got this after that. So, I worked on it really, really hard when I first started it, and then, actually lost it for about 10 years and had no idea where it was. And then last year I was cleaning out a drawer and it was just right in the drawer. And I was like, oh. So this is where I am total. See, like I said, you can get a good idea for basically what it's going to look like. And this is one that I would like to finish. I'm hoping to finish in February. So what did I do? I will work from the top down, I think. I did all of this back stitching that's like in here and over here. And then all of these French knots across the bottom. I did all of the back stitching for Chad and the E and Mule, and then all the French knots. So you can see what a difference the back stitching will make. That's basic. Oh, I filled in some that I had cross stitches that I had left over here, and the white, which you can't even see, but the white cross stitches in the middle of each of those. So I'm just going to work from the top down and try to finish off. There's more French knots that go around up here. So I'm going to finish the French knots and the back stitching in the top. And then just work down the sides. And the bottom I still have cross stitches as well, but I wanted to do the back stitching as I went. So I didn't have just back, just top down. So that's what I did. And it looks amazing. Morty from Mad Morty and the Brom is also stitching this. So, and I believe you can still get the kit. Like, I think she got it. Hers isn't as 20 years old like mine is, I don't think. So I believe you can still get the kit if you want to. All right, this next, coming in at number 1, y'all. This is Fairy House 1 by Shirova Creations on Etsy. I've had this pattern for probably about 2 years, 3 years, 2.5, something like that. At least 2 years. And had not started it. It is a retired pattern, so pretty much right after I bought it, it got taken down. And I absolutely love this. It's a big one. I had not started it. And finally, I was just like, you know what? No, let's start it. Like, let's get it going. I'm stitching it 2 over 1 half cross on 25 count. I know I said I wouldn't do that last time, but apparently, never say never. I have 4,537 stitches out of 681,941, so it's a big one, and I'm at 0.67%. And I just was having such a good old time with this piece. Here's where I am. I did it. Ooh. There you can sort of see some of the colors. I did a top left start. There we go. Let me see if I turn a light on, if that will help a little bit. No, it did not. There's a bunch of colors in there other than black. There's green. Oh, there you can sort of see it. Greens and blues and brown. Come on, focus. I want you to see the colors. There we go. So in here, this is a vine coming down, and then this is one of the bubbles. And then there's a purple bubble. You can sort of see I started to get into a bunch of colors here, purples and blues. Um, and my needle minder. I got a couple needle minders from Stitchy Witch. If you aren't watching her, go watch her. She lives in Scotland. She makes needle minders. So I had bought a few. I had bought I had bought a few. Um, and she added this one in just as an extra little freebie thank you. And I love it. Hey, caution, I'm having one of those days. I love it so much. But, oh, there you can sort of see. It's very faint. Like, so you see on the outside edges. It is, I mean, it looks a bit brighter on the paper, but it is, like, faint. I'm starting to get just into here. Just in that tip of that. So it will start to brighten up in a bit here. But yeah. Loved it. I have so many things to start. So many things that I want to start that I have collected over. Like I said, I bought this 2 or 3 years ago when Sharova Creations like first opened, and it's not doing any good just sitting there, you know. And no, I'm not going to finish all these things, but I have such a great time stitching them that having it sit in the bin or just on the computer and not being started isn't bringing me any joy, right? So I'm in the, if it brings me joy and I want to start it, you know? I already have way more than I'm ever going to finish in my lifetime, so adding another one on isn't going to make a difference. And it's sort of like I was watching Brenda and the Serial Starter yesterday, and Brenda had talked about she had wanted to learn granny squares, like how to crochet granny squares, and it was one of those things where it's, oh, someday I'll do this, someday, when I have more time, someday when I do this. And she said, no, that someday is now. Like, if you want to do a thing, do a thing. And so I realized, like, as soon as she said that, I was like, that's the mood I've been in lately. So I really resonated with that. So yeah, if you want to start something, if you want to learn something, do it. No better time than now, right? So I've definitely been in that mood for a few weeks now of, if I have it and it's something I want to start and I want to get the enjoyment out of, start it. So, yeah. Okay. The first honorable mention, so what I do is for my Flosstubes now, I do my clue pieces, whatever I worked on for clue. I do the top three, the three that got the most stitches for the past week, and then I do 2 honorable mentions. So I put everything else that I worked on in a whip wheel, not a whip wheel, a picker wheel, and pick 2. The wheel picks 2. So the first honorable mention for this week is Painted Ladies by Judith M. Kirby. I got the kit off of eBay a while ago, and it does come with the floss for all of them, but I'm doing just the pink one. For our bathroom, because our bathroom's like a Victorian Gothic thing going on. So I'm doing that one. And I got this out I think I got it out just because. I don't think it was for the Stitchopoly game. And this is where I am. It looks so pretty. So, what did I do? I filled in the black inside the windows, filled in the white in here, the white in the curtains, finished the railing, the black in here, the black over on this window, and then came down and did this bit here, and then the pink for the bottom half of the house there. And this is the door. I added this to the top of the door frame. So kind of a bit everywhere, again, working from the top down, just filling things in. The back stitch was already there. So, this is with what came in the kit. It's, I believe, 18 count, doing it 2/1. I have a thing for houses, so I do have a few of Judith Kirby's patterns and or kits. This is the only one I have on the go at the moment, though. Okay. And I was so excited that the wheel chose this. You don't know, you have no idea. This is my chatelaine. I'm doing the beaded toadstool tile. And I just had a hankering to bead. And so I got this out just because. And did some beading. Because I'm doing one of the one, this particular one is a lot of beads, especially around the center. This is all beads, and then in the corners are all beads as well. So what did I do? I did more of the cross stitching of this color to come around and fill that number here, and then all of the beading I did. So I love it. I was so excited when the wheel chose this for an honorable mention. So it's gonna look fantastic. I can't wait. Love it. Love it. So, try to get this back in its project bag, and I'm failing quite miserably. For being small, this was still an expensive one to kit up because of the amount of beads it has. It has quite a lot. I did get the kit, or the bead pack and the floss pack from European Cross Stitch. These are all the beads. And then it does have all these silks and petite treasure braids. So it wasn't a cheap, it's a small one, but it's not really an inexpensive one to kit up. But okay. So that's that. I don't think I have anything else to say. I think everything I wanted to talk about I already did. Start thinking about what you might want to do for a murder march. If you want to do anything. And if I will post, there will be a Stitch with Me on Wednesday. If I don't see you for the Stitch with Me, I'll see you next Monday for the next Flosstube. So I hope you all have a great week and stay safe and happy stitching. We'll see you next time.